All right, we back. Motor City Sports Talk. We in the building. Let's talk about some Detroit Pistons. And apparently, let me fix the lighting real quick. Give me a minute. Ooh, 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 ooh. Can't edit that out. All right, let's fix the lighting a bit. I don't know what's going on here. But let's talk about the Detroit Pistons. And apparently, the Celtics are looking to move up with their three draft picks. It's like 16, 20-something, and the back end of 30. Should the Pistons bite? But first, let's talk about the Pistons' top competitor to bring Christian Wood back. The New York Knickerbockers. Let's talk about them. Check our Detroit Piston Talk playlist. And we will be talking some pre-draft talk. So looking forward to it. Finishing off the last few NBA draft spotlights. So I will get back on that tomorrow. But, you know, the Knicks would sit there and pay a lot of money for Christian Wood, right? You know, if that's the case, just let him be, you know. It's kind of risky taking a one-year wonder that got some holes. He don't defend, so he can't anchor your defense. And, you know, you don't know if it's going to translate. You see, look at Hassan Whiteside. And, you know, he had that one good year, got a contract, and didn't work out for Pat Riley, excuse me. Then you look at Deion Waiters. He had that one good year. Pat Riley prematurely rewarded him. He went off the skid. So I don't think Christian Wood, like, he got that. He don't have that personality. He don't have that persona that those guys had. I think he worked hard and this, that, and the third. But then again, I think it might be some resentment there for Dwayne Casey for not playing him sooner. Playing Thon Maker, he just running around there and not getting no stats. And, you know, Andre Drummond, that's understandable to play behind him. He's a solid player, but, you know, Dwayne Casey didn't want to play him. He just had no other option. Thon Maker was not really playing, and then he gave the dude some playing time. So I think there might be some resentment from Christian Wood with Dwayne Casey, and I know a lot of people around the league didn't like him, at least in Toronto. But yeah, if they sit there and offer him $15, $20 million a year, you just back off. You know, you can't be mad at him. You got to shake his hand and say, you know what? Can we sign and trade you over there and get something from the Knicks? I mean, you sit there and they want to sit and play him. They got Mitchell Robinson and him. I mean, you got to shake their hand and tell them, I mean, good luck. Is he going to be an all-star? The chance of him being an all-star in New York, you know, they ain't going to win enough games. You know, the chances of him going there and blowing up, I feel confident that, you know, he might be back in the G League at that point. You know, you got to think about it. A lot of people put money as a top priority, but there's been a lot of guys that sit here and took the money and it wasn't the right fit and they fizzled. And it's hard to tell somebody turn around, you know, $10 million above market value or, you know, $5 million above market value, but you got to know that you can put the most beautiful flower, you know, in the concrete and trying to, you know, get them to grow in between the cracks in the concrete, and it won't grow. It's not the rose that grew from the concrete, but if you put in this right habitat, in this right, place, the right soil where it can get rain and sun, it's gonna blossom. And Christian Wood, you know, if you take the money in New York, you gotta understand the history of New York. You gotta understand that there ain't no history. The chances you going there and blowing up. Look at Frank Nicotina, whatever his name is. He ain't did nothing. Look at Kevin Knox. He ain't did nothing. Look at Dennis Smith Jr. You ain't did nothing. They phenomenal talents. You know, you put them in the right situation and they gonna flourish in this league. You know, so my whole thing is you can't get mad at somebody for grandfathering themselves in. If the Knicks offer them 5 years, $20 million a year, or 5 years, 3 years, $15 million a year, you gotta shake your hand. I'm not gonna be mad if you come back to the Palace, Little Caesars Arena, and boo him. You get your money. That's what it's about. Because at the end of the day, you know, even if you don't fit in New York, at the end of the day, you got your money. You know, we can start over. I mean, obviously, centers are a dime a dozen. Power forwards are a dime a dozen. You got small forwards and some shooting guards playing power forward and center out there. Draymond got the body of a small forward. He anchoring the defense, so it's a different league. You know, you can't really put Draymond Green in there and put him on David Robinson. He gonna get fried. You can't sit him and put him on Karl Malone. He gonna get cooked. I don't care how good defensive you think he is. But those big all-time greats ain't there no more, you know. Anthony Davis ain't dominant. You know, dominant was Shaq and Wilt. Shit, even Bill Russell defensively to a point. Ben Wallace, Dikembe Mutombo, you know. It's no more dominant big man in basketball. And the guy that can be dominant on both ends, Joel Embiid, he don't take it serious. You don't understand why his career get cut short. It's going to get cut short because he don't take care of himself. So, you know, Christian Wood go out there and he get the bag, man. Salute, man. I ain't mad at you. Because if a company was offering me, shit, $50 an hour, I got to be out. You know, even if I'm making 30, 35. But you got to think about it. Sometimes you got to see in a situation where they let you, you know, you're comfortable, you can be yourself, but a lot of times that money be calling people names. Sometimes you take the money, it ain't worth what you go through. So, I mean, you know, hopefully he figure it out, and if they want to pay him that much above market value, salute. If the Pistons say, well, you only want to pay him 9.5 or go up to $10 million, and then they go to 10.5 and they said, well, it's a little bit too pricey for us. I mean, see you later. It only gonna hurt if Christian Wood go out there and become an all-star, superstar, take the Knicks to another level, but I don't see that happening. But apparently, Danny Ainge is looking to move up in the draft. And remember, we was talking about this a couple months ago, and somebody said I wouldn't deal with Danny Ainge. He tend to win drafts, and he is a good drafter. You know, he was an okay basketball player, but he tend to win draft picks. He tend to develop. You know, we still waiting for Romeo Langford to develop, but Marcus Smart, I think he picked him. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. You know, he no talent. He might be the top GM right now. Rob Pelinka can't hold him. Rob Pelinka ain't draft nobody that's that good. I think that was Jerry West. I'm not Jerry West, but Magic Johnson that took Kyle Kuzma, not sure. But he's showing a track record of drafting guys and getting a lot out of them. So, you know, if he's looking to move up to 7, you got to talk about who can be there at 7. You probably think I heard RJ Hampton is somebody he's looking at, but, you know, you think about it. He gonna move old boy. What's old boy name? Kemba Walker, and then it could be Okongu. It could be James Wiseman. My whole thing with James Wiseman is he's just like that big fella Williams he got on the bench. It's gonna take him a couple years to develop into something. You know, I watched James Wiseman. The technique defensively, the physicality, the strength, it just ain't there. He gonna take some years to get ready. James Wiseman is not gonna come in and have an instant impact. He gotta understand pick and rolls. He gotta get stronger in the lower and upper body. He got to learn defensive concepts, help side, on-ball defense. You know, it's just too much to learn. So if they're looking to get James Wiseman, that's just a pick for the future, to be honest. That he probably going to develop, and then he going to be the guy in the middle. But it's just so much. I'm going to say 2 years before he can make an impact. Other guys that could be down there, if you're talking about dealing Kemba Walker eventually, Tyrese Maxey, Tyrese Halliburton, Killian Hayes. I don't like him. He garbage. But it's a lot of guys, you know, maybe Obi Toppin's fall. Maybe look at Aaron Neeson. But you look at them, they got two really good wings. So really you're looking at maybe a 2 guard that they're looking at. You know, maybe Killian be better as a 2. Maybe they're looking at RJ Hampton to play the 2. You know, really their weak spots is power forward and center. I'm going to probably think maybe Okongu is a guy they're looking at that they really can build with. But I think he can come in and have an instant impact very, very soon for the Celtics. But if I'm the Pistons, I mean, them 3 picks you can rebuild with. At that point, who's left? But then you still might get a Maxey, the kid from Kira, what's his name, from Alabama. I mean, you can look at Cole Anthony, RJ Hampton could slide. You got to identify 3 guys that you want. You get into the 20s, maybe you like Theo, maybe you like Winston. I mean, me personally, I prefer to stay at 7. But if I know I get a guy that I really want, multiple guys, Sadiq Bey, I mean, if I can walk away with a few guys I really like and I like to build with, it may be so. Or maybe I say, I'll give you the 7 pick, but you know what? I want the 16th to 20-something. Then I want your next year's first-round pick, along with 30. But Danny Ainge tend to win trades, and myself was right about that. But, hey, let me know what you guys think. Check out Detroit Piston Talk playlist. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Best way to donate is share the video. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. One time for the one time we go.